Hey, good evening and welcome to Politics 101. Soca music, take me back to my island. David Michael Ruther, the philosopher of Calypso. It's on Monday evening, Monday night for some of you, Tuesday morning, I think, almost that time on the European continent. Welcome to Politics 101, wherever you're joining us from, whether it's in Guyana or outside of Guyana. We are ready to go on this Monday night. Those of you who are joining us from the Caribbean, good evening. Those of us who are joining from Suriname, French Guyana, welcome to Politics 101. Good evening to the wonderful people of Region 2, the Essequibo Coast and Pomeroon area, Region 3, the Essequibo Islands, part of the west side, West Demerara, East Bank of Essequibo. Welcome to Politics 101. Good evening to you on the West Bank. And of course, we are coming to you from the Republic of Buxton, and the east coast of Demerara. It's been quite a hectic few days. We laid Brother Rupert Rupnarine to rest yesterday, Sunday, quite an outpouring from his comrades and friends and the country at large. We're going to be talking a little bit about that. We have been talking for the last week about the life and contributions of that political and cultural icon, intellectual giant, Rupert Rupnarine. We're going to be continuing the celebration of the life of Dr. Rupnarine in Buxton, the Republic of Buxton, on Friday evening at 5 o'clock. Starting at 5 o'clock, we'll have an evening of reflection and celebration of the life of Dr. Rupert Rupnarine, who spent so much time in our village that it is only fitting that we pay tribute to him. So Friday night in Buxton, Friday evening, starting at 5 o'clock, night and evening of reflection and celebration of the life of Rupert Rupnarine. Brother Rupert, to so many of us, Dr. Rupert Rupnarine. So we are going to be talking a little bit more about that event coming up this Friday evening in Buxton. The Working People's Alliance, WPA, along with Buxtonians, will be hosting that night of reflection, evening of reflection and celebration of a life that was so consequential to our time. Dr. Rupert Rupnarine, who was laid to rest yesterday. And as we said, we will continue to celebrate his life for the next couple of days. So welcome everyone. Just share the link, share the live. Please do, and let everyone know that we are here. We are here tonight. It would be happiness to see, yeah. Such a unity. Wanda, everybody know. It's not what it was meant to be. Oh, no. L-O-V-E was meant to be the master key of peacefulness, happiness, and together. I would like to see that day when love would come to stay. Say that with me. It would be happiness to see, yeah. Such a unity, I'm telling you. Everybody know. Love to the world, is all that I can say, deep down in my soul, I would like like to see that day, the day of peacefulness, happiness, and togetherness. I would like to see that day when love would come to stay. Wow, say that with me. It would be happiness to see. Yeah. Such a unity. Wow, everybody sing it. My dream, my dream, my dream. Yeah. My dream. Oh, yeah. I look around and the most that I can see hatred and confusion throughout humanity. No peacefulness, no happiness, no togetherness. But I would like to see that day when love would come to stay. One love, sing it with me now. Yeah. It would be happiness to see. Such a unity, I'm telling you. One love, one love. It would be happiness to see. Yeah. Such a unity. One love. Everybody sing it. My dream, my dream, my dream. Yeah. My dream. Oh, yeah. I look around and the most that I can see hatred and confusion throughout humanity. No peacefulness, no happiness, no togetherness. But I would like to see that day when love would come to stay. One love, sing it with me now. Yeah. It would be happiness to see. Such a unity, I'm telling you. One love, one love. And love, because the world is all that I can say. Yeah. Deep down in my soul, I would like to see that day. Your peacefulness, happiness, and togetherness. I would like to see that day when love would come to stay. One love, sing it with me now. It would be happiness to see, yeah. Such a unity, I'm telling you. One love, everybody now. Yeah, thank you very much, brother. Ready love. Yeah, my dream. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. One love, the calypso version of that Caribbean anthem One Love by the late Winston Bowie, The Mighty Shadow, of course, as the title made popular by Bob Marley, One Love, but there is the calypso version there by The Mighty Shadow. The world is crying out for love. We come tonight as the bombs and the bullets are raging and raining terror in the Middle East. Our world is in trouble. We need love. We need love. We in the Caribbean must hold steadfast to our zone of peace, our zone of peace. We don't trouble nobody. We don't make war. We don't have nuclear weapons. We have the weapon of love and togetherness. Good evening to you. Welcome to Politics 101. Please, urging you to share the live, share the link, and let everyone know that we're on tonight. And we're continuing to keep vigil. But while we keep in vigil, we are speaking truth to power. We are speaking truth in a time when it's not fashionable to speak truth. But we must do so. We must do so. Our Guyana continues to limp along. It is the terror and the time. The terror and the time. And we must withstand and stand up against the time, the terror, and the
Make me one round, make me one round, hey, Papa, not in around, Papa, not in around. Make me one round, make me one round, hey, Papa, not in around, Papa, not in around.
Now to begin the road. Broken land ripped like a piece of cloth. Iron cartwheel rumbling in the night. Hidden man consistent in the dark. Sea of day clean washing on the shore. Heart of orphan seeking orphanage. Now to begin the road. The bleeding music of a pellant man starts like a song but fades into a groan. The cupric star will burn as blue as death. His hopes are whitened, starched with grief and pain. Yet questing man, his heavy laden cart, whose iron wheels will rumble in the night, whose iron wheel will spark against the stone or granite burden of the universe. Now to begin the road. Hidden cartman fumbling for a star. Brooding city like a mound of coal. Till journey done. Till prostrate, coughing hour. With sudden welcome, take him to his dream. With sudden farewell, send him to his grave.
The cartman of day clean is something that the whole rural population is very familiar with. The hardships of the cartman, the pain he goes through, the expectations of the journey. And these poems always had a very striking importance for them. They would readily understand his words and his images and pictures. Because very often there are people on that dray taking greens and ground provisions to the market for sale. The point was that we saw the poet as an artist of a peculiar kind of sensitivity who could make reality clearer to the rest of us. And in fact, what I said there was not a question of theory or theorization. It was what Martin Carter was actually engaged in doing. And this is what is meant by those lines in the poem, in the foreword, dealing with the poet being like someone with a watering can nurturing plants. taking the people's experiences, refining them, giving them back to the people, to strengthen the people, a kind of ideological nourishment, so to speak.
You had an atmosphere of anti-communist hysteria developing, especially after 1947, when the Cold War started. There was in the United States itself intense McCarthyism that is Reg with hunting. The Communist Party was declared to be a subversive, illegal organization, and many communists were sent to jail for periods of 5 years and more, some up to 10 years. The Chronicle, the Argosy, carried out a hysterical campaign. A tremendous anti-communism, tremendous hysteria. The result of all of that was that when I brought back from London 9 crates of books. They were seized by the customs and burnt.
You do not learn the lessons of history. We are bound to repeat them. An excerpt there from the film, The Terror and the Time, directed by Dr. Rupert Rupnarain. The Terror and the Time was released in 1976, chronicling the colonial period from 1953 in Guyana to the 1960s. And we saw clips there from UC Guyana, who was part of the 1953 self-government, Dr. Chetty Jagan, who was the premier, Brother UC Guyana was the Minister of Works, Forbes Burnham was the Minister of Education. The film started with the music of Yoruba singers. The music of Yoruba singers. They were around. They've been around since 1971, the longest serving string band in the history of Guyana. They're still around. And the voice of Martin Carter, reciting his own poem, The Cartman of Decline. And so many of us remember the cartmen of Decline. Each village, every village, had a cartman, and they would travel from Buxton to Georgetown, from Mahaica to Georgetown, fetching load. They were the vehicles of that time. And Martin Carter captured the cartman of Decline, leaving the villages at 3 o'clock in the morning and rumbling on the lonely road to get to Georgetown. If we forget our history, we are bound to repeat the worst of those history. The Terror and the Time, bringing together the artistry of Rupert Rupnarain, the musical genius of the Yoruba singers, the poetry and the voice of Martin Carter, and the testimonies of Dr. Chetty Jagan and Brother U.C. Guyana. When you have time, please view the entire film Dr. Rupert Rupnarine sent home yesterday after 83 years on this side of the river. Died last week, Monday, Republic Day, and sent home yesterday. In together, family and friends, revolutionaries of our time, those who risk their lives like Rupert did, risk their liberty like Rupert did, to stand up for justice. Some of us are still here. As I said, Rupert Rupnarine has left his footprints in the sand of our political, cultural, and intellectual landscape. And we who are left here will have to plant our feet in those footprints and look to the future with optimism. Those who write part of our histories out of existence risk impoverishing our nation. We are all of our history, whether we are descendants, political descendants of Jagan, or Burnham, or Guyana, or Rodney and Rupnarine. We are all Guyanese, bonded together by a shared history and shared challenges, bonded together by our diversity. Some came in chains, some came when the chains were broken. Some came in chains, but others were before. They were here before. We're all welded together in this place called Guyana and the wider Caribbean. We are all shareholders, tenants of this experience called Guyana and the Caribbean. The artistry of the Indian Guyanese Rupert Rupnarine, the musical genius of the African Yoruba singers, the poetic voice of a mixed Guyanese, Martin Carter, the testimonies of the East Indian, Chetty Jagan, and the African, U.C. Guyana, coming together to tell us that there was a time when terror roamed our land. The 1950s. 1953 was a year of the terror and the time. Jacob Arbenz overthrown in Guatemala in 1953 because his government dared to nationalize a foreign company. Mossadegh overthrown in Iran because his government dared to stand up against a foreign company. In Kenya, the Mau Mau rebels picked up arms and went into the bush to stand up for justice and stand up for freedom from colonialism, the Mau Mau Rebellion of 1953. In a little known colony called British Guyana in 1953, the British landed troops in their own colony after a government, the first self-government, was elected, and in 133 days, they dared to lift the ban on books written by Black men and women coming into Guyana, written by progressives. They dared to open up scholarships for Queen's College and bishops for poor Black and brown men and women to attend. They dared to change the law so that workers of Guyana could organize themselves in trade unions to stand up and negotiate for better wages. They dared to change some church schools to public schools. They were deemed subversives. That government, 6 ministers, Chetty Jagan, Sidney King, Forbes Burnham, Ashton Chase, J.P. Lachman Singh, Jainarine Singh. 3 Africans, 3 Indians, pointing the way for a future Guyana. After 133 days, the British landed troops, overthrew the government, and threw some of the leaders in jail. Martin Carter, the poet, Sidney King, the activist and school teacher from Buxton, and others were thrown in prison at Atkinson Field. It was from that prison cell that Martin Carter penned some of his memorable poems, the poems of resistance, the poems of resistance. They were young men and women. Jagan was the oldest, Ian J.P. Lachman Singh, Dr. J.P. Lachman Singh. Jagan was 35. Burnham was 30. Sidney King was 28. Martin Carter was 25. Ashton Chase was 26. They were young men and women because there were women there. Janet Jagan, Jessie Burnham. They were there. Jane Phillips Gay. Opening up possibilities for us. The terror and the time. The Constitution of British Guyana was suspended. Elections were suspended. They did not have another election until 1957. By that time, the original PPP was split into differences evolved. Ideological differences, ethnic differences. Jagan went his way, Burnham went his way. The nationalist movement was wilting under the pressure of external domination. 1955, the famous split. There was the Burnhamite PPP and the Jaganite PPP. 1 year later, there was another split in the Jaganite PPP. Sidney King and Martin Carter and Rory Westmus, who were dubbed the ultra-left, they split from the Jaganite PPP. They split mainly on the grounds of the West Indian Federation. Ten Caribbean countries had come together to form one federal government for our Caribbean. Dr. Jagan, then premier, refused to take the British Guyana government into the Federation, arguing that East Indians would become a minority in a West Indian nation. Sidney King, Martin Carter, Rory Westmus, and others felt it was a mistake, and they left the Jaganite PPP. Sidney King was to declare that Dr. Jagan had lost confidence in the African executives of the party. By that time, Indians who had opposed the PPP had come into the PPP. The businessmen, Edward B. Harris, C.R. Jacobs. Indians such as Balram Singh Rai, they had come into the PPP and became prominent in the PPP. Sidney King was to declare that Dr. Jagan had lost confidence in the African executives of the party. The die was cast when, in the 1957 election, Sidney King ran on the East Coast, the constituency that he had won in 1953 from Buxton to Kitty. He ran as an independent. The Burnhamite PPP did not put up a candidate against him. The Jaganite PPP had put up a candidate against him, Balram Singh Rai. Jagan had come to Buxton to offer Guyana, then Sidney King, the chairmanship of the party, in exchange for him staying in the party. Sidney King said, no, I will run as an independent. Burnham put up no candidates against him. Jagan vowed that we will fight you, comrade. And they fought Sidney King with Balram Singh Rai. Balram Singh Rai narrowly won the race against King. Famously on that night, King was in the lead, and some of the comrades turned to Balram Singh Rai and said, the race is over. Balram Singh Rai famously said, race never over. Race never over. It seems as if we have lost some of our audience. It seems that Facebook has kicked off some of our audience. We don't know why. We don't know why. Let's see. Here. We don't know, some of our audience seem to have been kicked off. We don't know what is happening. We hope that they would return. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. We don't know our history lessons. Yes, I was recounting that history. And so we come to the present. We come to the present where we are faced with a similar crisis, a crisis of governance. We have said on this program many times that the next period in our history, is going to be a crucial period. Let's see here. We are trying to fix. We are trying to fix. We are trying to fix our problem. We are trying to happiness and togetherness. I would like to see that day when love would come to stay. One, sing it with me now. It would be happiness to see, yeah. Such a unity. One, everybody now. Is not what it was meant to be. Oh, no. L-O-V-E was meant to be the master